I'll be ranking the various COD campaigns that we've had throughout the years. And to begin with, I have never played Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, and surprisingly, 4 and World at War. And I know I want to play Modern Warfare 1 and World at War so badly, but I just don't have the time to play it right now because I've been doing a lot of stuff and that I haven't had those games back then. So yeah, I'm sorry I really missed out on these games. The next game we have here is Modern Warfare 2. Now, I enjoyed Modern Warfare 2, and it was the first Modern Warfare game that I've ever played. And when I first played that game, I just pretended like I know some of these characters already. Like, I know some of them, but I didn't really know their backstories and whatnot. And this game this campaign felt like action movie, and it was really, really awesome. So, yeah, there's a ton of moments there. They're just so iconic, like the airport scene, the that scene of Ghost and Shepard's betrayal. There's a ton of iconic moments in some of these games as well. So I'll be putting this at S tier, just because it's insanely good. Next is Call of Duty Black Ops 1, and this was the first Call of Duty game that I've ever played, and I had a ton of fun playing this campaign. I enjoyed it so much, I replayed the entire game in different difficulties, and it was certainly a challenge, but I really enjoyed every single moment of it. And for me, honestly, this is one of the most iconic campaigns ever, just because there's so many iconic scenes in there, some of the iconic characters as well, like Mason, Woods, Reznov, all of the others. This campaign had so many great moments in it, so I'll be putting this in S tier as well. So Modern Warfare 3, I'd say I enjoyed it the most, but I didn't like it as much as Modern Warfare 2 from a story standpoint. I enjoyed the Modern Warfare 3 campaign because of how action-packed it is. Like, there's so many moments in most of the missions where it's just full-on war, and I really like that aspect in the campaign. However, I didn't really enjoy it as much because I'm sure there's new characters here and I enjoyed them most and they're really iconic, but they're not as enjoyable to have than the previous characters we've had in the last Modern Warfare games, if you know what I mean. But then again, this campaign is really iconic. It has some great moments to it, but I don't think it's as good as Modern Warfare 2, so I'll be putting this at A tier. And then we have Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and this is an instant S tier. This campaign, I'd say, in my opinion, is the best campaign we've ever had. It's the best campaign. I love it so much. There's so many cool stuff in there, like that shootout at the club. There's so many moments in this campaign that really stuck out to me as a kid playing this game growing up. And the other thing that I like about this campaign is that it's the first campaign where you get to decide some certain actions, and by doing those actions you actually influence the story. And so in my first playthrough, I skipped the side missions, the ones where you play as a soldier, or those missions where you command those infantry and whatnot. I skipped those missions in the first playthrough, and upon finishing the mission where Menendez escaped in the carrier, I realized that, oh, we're actually losing, and that's when I realized that you actually have to complete those missions successfully, those side missions. And so that was the biggest realization there. It's like, oh, I actually have to make every mission matter. And so that's what I love about this campaign. And it had so many multiple endings, and all of them, well, not all of them, most of the endings are incredible. So yeah, this is definitely the best Call of Duty campaign ever. Call of Duty Ghosts, it's really forgettable, and I can't really remember the campaign, but it was alright. I wouldn't say it's the best, I wouldn't say it's terrible, it's just completely forgettable. So yeah, I'm putting Call of Duty Ghosts at D tier. Advanced Warfare, I'd say C tier, maybe? I enjoy the new mechanics of the game, which is like wall climbing and the sliding. It's starting. This is the point where Call of Duty is now becoming more and more faster in terms of the gameplay, and I really enjoyed that initially here. However, it's a bit clunky. The controls are a bit clunky, but yeah, I respect it for what it is of the campaign. It's not as good as Black Ops 2, but I enjoyed it for the most part. So yeah, it was alright. It's not entirely forgettable. I liked it, but I didn't really love it. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Listen, I love the gameplay of Black Ops 3. I think it's one of the best, has the best movement in all of the Call of Duty games. But the campaign is just... why? So if you don't know, the campaign of Black Ops 3 takes place like many years after Black Ops 2, and at that point we don't have any of the original characters in the previous Black Ops games, although there was one mention of Menendez there in the campaign at some point in the campaign, and it was confusing at best. But I will say that it's at least enjoyable, at least more enjoyable than Call of Duty Ghosts. So I will give it that, and I will be putting this at D tier. Infinite Warfare. So this is the most, I'd say the most controversial game, or the first most controversial game ever in the series. I think Infinite Warfare's campaign is a bit underrated in my opinion, and it has a ton of great moments in there as well that are often underlooked, especially with the friendship between the Ethan and the robot's name, I forgot, but then again, it doesn't feel like a Call of Duty game, so that's probably the reason why the campaign is a bit off-putting in my opinion, but it is still a great story. So with that, I'm probably going to put this at a high C tier in my opinion. Next is Call of Duty World War II. So this is the first Call of Duty game in a while that finally returns to its original roots, which is based around the World Wars. And this game was, the story was alright. It was pretty cinematic in a way that it feels grounded, it's realistic, and so yeah, there's not much else to say because I don't really remember much of the story, but I did like it. So yeah, I'm going to put this at somewhere between C tier. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, straight F tier. This game doesn't even have a campaign mode, but it technically did have a campaign mode, but it was some mode where you get to replay the stories of the specialists or the characters that you get to play in the multiplayer, and each character's backstory is kind of forgettable, and the final like cutscene, it was pretty lackluster. So yeah, it was pretty forgettable, it was pretty bad. So yeah, it's straight up F tier. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. So this game really like revived Call of Duty, and it changed how the gameplay of Call of Duty is going to play like up to this day. It really innovated how modern Call of Duty gameplay is, and it and at the time it was really amazing. Everything felt so smooth. The guns were amazing. The gameplay was amazing. The story, however, is amazing as well, and it was definitely a nice change from the original Modern Warfare trilogy, because this one feels more modern. And so yeah, feels more grounded, more realistic, and I really like that mission where you get to breach in this house or apartment, and that mission felt so real. It felt like I was actually, trying to breach the apartment, whatever, and it feels amazing. Each mission feels so realistic, and I really love every mission in the game. However, the final mission was a bit weird. So yeah, I'm going to put this at a high A tier. I wouldn't say it's like the best campaign, because there are some moments or some parts in the campaign that feels a bit off, but mostly it's amazing. So yeah, I'll just put this at A tier. Next is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and probably the second Call of Duty game or campaign where you get to choose each choice that you want to pick, and it influences the story. And with that, there are multiple endings, and I gotta say, it's pretty enjoyable. I wouldn't say it's like the absolute best, but it's nice that we get to see Alex Mason and Woods and Hudson and all the original characters from the first two Call of Duty games, or Black Ops games in particular. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's like the absolute best. I did enjoy it, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I really liked it. So yeah, I'll be putting this, let's say, B tier. Call of Duty Vanguard. Yeah, there's no reason to defend Call of Duty Vanguard. It's just a really overdramatic reimagination of World War II or whatever, and it feels very cheesy. The characters were pretty uninteresting, the story was uninteresting, the bad guys were so bland, everything is just bland, and I really don't like the campaign here. And I'd say it's even worse than Black Ops 4, and that game didn't even have a campaign. So yeah, F tier for Call of Duty Vanguard. Modern Warfare 2. So I also enjoyed this campaign, though probably not as much as the 2019 Modern Warfare game, but I did enjoy it. I really liked that Ghost finally made an appearance in the story, and he was amazing in this campaign, though I didn't really enjoy this as much as Modern Warfare 2019. But it's pretty good. It's really amazing. So I'm probably gonna put this at a low A tier. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This game was, oh my god. So Modern Warfare 3 has the shortest campaign out of any Call of Duty game ever, and each mission is just boring. So there are some missions in the game where it's like a open map or open world type of gameplay, where you get to traverse each area differently, and on paper it sounds amazing. The execution was just not it, and it felt so bland, and it felt like, oh, I gotta move here and go to there, and it's just repeating. It's just a very bad version of an RPG, or an open world RPG, and the campaign or the story itself, I don't like it. They returned some characters from the original trilogy, like they brought back Yuri from Modern Warfare 3, and he had less impact on this story. And Makarov, I was pretty optimistic on Makarov, because the way they introduced him in the final scene in Modern Warfare 2, Makarov felt like an actual threat, and in the original games, he'd really feel like a massive threat to the world. So, but here, He's just a generic bad guy in my opinion. He doesn't feel as impactful as the original Makarov. Oh yeah, and they killed off Soap. But that wasn't even the final game, because the game or the campaign just ended on a cliffhanger, and we'll be waiting on another Modern Warfare game, and I hope to God that it's going to be as good as the Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2 games. I'm really hoping that, and I hope that they won't bring back those stupid giant missions where it feels empty. So yeah, I really don't like the campaign of Modern Warfare 3. Black Ops 6 was fine. I wouldn't really say that I like it a lot as the previous Call of Duty games, except for Black Ops 4. So yeah, I don't really have an opinion on Black Ops 6. I'll just put this somewhere at C tier. So here is the entire tier list of the Call of Duty games. I don't know if it's like the absolute best great tier list, but yeah, this is just my opinion on the campaigns on the Call of Duty games. So we have here in the S tier Black Ops 2, the absolute best Call of Duty game ever. Modern Warfare 2, also fantastic. Black Ops 1, amazing. Modern Warfare 2019, fantastic. Modern Warfare 3, the original, very action packed. Modern Warfare 2, kind of the same as Modern Warfare 2019, but I wouldn't say it's like, I wouldn't put them on the same level of being good. Cold War, enjoyable. I like that it brought back the mechanic of where you get to choose each action carefully and how it influences the story. I really enjoyed that part of Cold War, but then again, it's not as great as Black Ops 2. Infinite Warfare, underrated, overhated, but I will agree that it doesn't feel like a Call of Duty game. Like, if you take the story and put it, like, if you put out the Call of Duty title, it would make for a great sci-fi game. But yeah, I would say that this is the worst, but it's not the greatest as well. World War II, it's safe. Advanced Warfare, it's also safe as well. Black Ops 6, it was alright. Black Ops 3, very terrible campaign, but it's not absolutely the worst. I love some aspects of it, but it's mostly unenjoyable. Ghosts, incredibly forgettable. Black Ops 4 didn't even have a campaign mode, and the stories for each of the characters there are pretty lame. Vanguard, pretty uninteresting, and Modern Warfare 3, just wow, it's really bad.